So far on our journey, we had cycled over 1,000 miles with 2 different companions from Los Angeles, California to Salt Lake City, Utah. Our 3rd and 4th companions were brothers, Warren and Chad, who both suffered from the same genetic disease.
When I got the phone call from Explore, it felt magical. It felt, I mean, they don't get to do the outdoor stuff. They don't get to camp or anything because of all the medical equipment they need at night. And so this was kind of a fantasy to even have it happen.
I have muscular dystrophy, which causes me to have sleep apnea. Gives me poor muscle tone. I have muscles locked up primarily in my hands and my tongue. I've rode bikes, I haven't done it in years. I can't imagine I would ever have the opportunity to ride a bike as far as I'm going to be riding it again.
Warren was the first brother to take a seat and pedal from Salt Lake City 65 miles north to Logan, Utah. During the first few miles of our only day together, Warren wasted no time in telling me about one of the common problems associated with muscular dystrophy that both he and his brother Chad suffer from.
People have had sleep apnea forever. The elephant man actually had sleep apnea because of the size of his head and his neck. It would cause his throat to close when he would lie down. And, I mean, you know, they didn't have CPAP at the time, so he had to actually sleep sitting up.
Sleep apnea is a disorder that causes pauses in breathing or abnormally shallow breaths during sleep. Both Warren and Chad use CPAP machines to help them breathe through the night. But while Chad's machine is relatively simple and can be powered with our solar battery, Warren needs more equipment that we cannot power overnight, limiting his journey with us to just 1 day.
Warren's doing really well. Has to stop every so often, regain his breath, but what do you expect? And the fatigue is one of the big symptoms of muscular dystrophy.
On our next break, I made the worrying discovery that the Utah heat was degrading our entire outfit.
She's so tired. Shh, quiet.
I'm gonna take off my shoes.
You're gonna take off your shoes?
While I begrudgingly left the support crew to sleep it off, I forced Warren back onto the road. After talking to Warren in the saddle, I was worried about his brother's ability to complete the next 700-mile leg of this journey.
Enlarge on whether you think that your brother, Chad, how you think he'll do, whether this will be a shock to him or not. Because he doesn't look the most physical of guys.
No, he's not. Yeah, he'll be pedaling a lot more than...
Why do you think that? Oh, you mean I will be pedaling a lot?
Yes.
Right, yeah, I'll be taking a lot more of the weight.
Yes.
I think you're right.
But he also weighs, 30 pounds less than me, too.
Sure.
After 65 miles of pedaling, Warren had made it through one of the most physically demanding days of his life to reach a well-deserved rest.
I think I put Warren to the test. I think his muscular dystrophy-induced fatigue now has got the better of him. All credit to him, because he made it through a 60-plus mile day on a bicycle, and I'm not sure he's done that. I don't think he's ever done that.
After a night's camping with newfound friends, and with Warren having warmed up the seat for him, it was Chad's turn to help pedal us into Idaho, through Wyoming, and over the Rockies into South Dakota.
I hope I'm not biting off more than I can chew.
Nervous?
Little. Excited, definitely.
And he doesn't get excited. So that's awesome that he's excited.
With a condition known as flat affect, Chad finds it difficult to show emotional expression and make decisions. And as I thought about the road ahead and the time we would spend together in the saddle, I realized it was something I was going to have to get used to. For the first day of Chad and my 730-mile journey to Rapid City, South Dakota, we weren't the only ones on the road on a strange-looking bicycle. Common Ground, an organization that provided outdoor adventure for people with special needs, had come to join us.
So it's going to be fun. For the first time, I think on this trip, we've got a kind of happy caravan of cyclists for 25 miles as we head into Logan.
I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning all. And this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back. Moving on till I get it all.
Getting on with it, which is great. Quite a struggle though.
The relaxed pace and short distance with the Common Ground crew served as a good orientation day for Chad, with another rest awaiting us in Logan, along with some TLC for the bike.
It's only about 2 days since we stopped in Salt Lake City, but just stopping again at my friend's house in Logan. Chad's getting involved in helping fixing the bike a little bit, taking advantage of a nice workshop where we've got one before we head up into Wyoming.
It didn't take much to have the bike back in perfect shape, but before we headed out into the toughest stretch of our trip, our host assured us that we needed to fuel up on the ultimate Utah experience.
Apparently, we're going on a mass plinking trip. So plinking is a must-do activity in Utah. It involves shooting large caliber weapons at tin cans, targets, really shooting anything you can in the wilderness. The Utah plinking experience starts with a perfect 10 in the Chevy Blazer. We get 3 gallons a minute in this. It's good fuel economy, and it's very comfortable. It's got a carpeted interior, spare tire, and it's packed full of heavy armaments.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking today that I was going to shoot maybe a handgun, small handgun.
I had a pretty good idea that would be giving Chad an experience that he'd never had before in terms of cycling, but I had absolutely no idea. Well, I hadn't really thought about the possibilities of introducing him to the world of firearms. It's another thing for Chad to tick off the bucket list.
The following morning, I got the feeling Chad had reached a new level of cool thanks to the plinking experience. But cycling long distance is an effective way of questioning one's self-confidence. So as we pedaled out of Logan, Utah, to cross yet another state line, I knew Chad would be put to the test.
We've only just come over the Idaho border, and we've had a massive turn of luck, as if Logan wasn't friendly enough. Almost every single person we've seen so far has given us at least a bit of very friendly conversation, or in this case, cheesecake. Idaho has not only brought with it the friendliest people, but also the biggest hills. Whoopee!
When the hills began to dominate, the friendly faces thinned out. As we climbed, there was nothing to distract from the reality that I was pedaling a bike with someone more used to sleeping than exercise.
You beginning to wish you weren't doing this yet?
That happened a long time ago, several times.
No, I didn't. I don't believe you. Really?
Yes. Really.
I want to see a face of pain. I want to see you out of breath and half dead. You can smile and talk. You're not trying hard enough.
Despite the fact that Chad only weighed about 115 pounds, the steep hills were a painful reminder that the Rockies weren't far away. And as the hills got bigger, I would definitely need Chad's help.
One more hill in the next 3 miles. Thousands more before New York.
After 70 miles on the road, we woke from Chad's second night in a school field in rural Idaho. Since leaving Los Angeles, I'd not heard from 73-year-old Ernie Greenwald, the inspiration for this journey. But that morning, I was disturbed to hear from a doctor in California.
I got a message from a physician in a hospital in Santa Barbara asking for Ernie's next of kin information. It looks like maybe the cancer has got the better of him. Which is very sad. The inspiration behind this entire project is dying. What I hate to think is that he kind of, after realizing he couldn't come on this journey, gave up mentally. I don't know.
This sad news was compounded by worries about Chad, who, easily fatigued by muscular dystrophy, had found the first 2 days physically grueling.
But he's got another minimum 12 days of cycling ahead of him. I'm wondering if he can go the distance. Anyway, I guess we'll get on the road.
With the news of Ernie and doubts about Chad, I didn't have to wait long for a third worrying sign.
I guess we're about 100 miles, 150 miles away from Yellowstone. I guess we can really expect some mountain weather from now on. Thunderstorms, a bit of rain. Hot days, a little colder at night. It's be a blessing in some ways, but the rain's going to make this logistically a little bit more difficult.
You comfortable, more or less?
Yeah, other than the rain, I'm fine.
The rain uncomfortable?
I just like the rain. It's getting heavier.
It's not a good day for Chad if he dislikes rain.
And who likes the rain?
Okay, you can get off. Just for a sec.
We chickened out. We're in a gas station. Gonna wait for this stuff to blow over. It's the first serious rain we've seen all trip. And Chad got it. I don't think it's gonna last very long though.
But it lasted long enough to necessitate continuing. Otherwise, we wouldn't get to camp before nightfall. Chad's dystrophy meant he was seriously thin. He chilled easily, so we would have to make progress quickly. Ta-da! The morning dawned clear and bright, and once Chad had woken up, we set out, looking forward to crossing the state line into Wyoming and pedaling ever closer to the famous Yellowstone National Park.
Absolutely stunning day. Now if it gets hot, it gets into the 80s, which is so much nicer than a week or two ago when it was still topping 100. Just feels refreshing now. This is where we're stopping for the day. It's just a day short of Jackson Hole. I have a feeling Chad, however little he might be saying, is absolutely shattered and hopefully quite enjoying this.
Chad was tired, and so he should have been. He was pushing himself harder than ever before. But there's nothing like an icy dip to wake up and keep the mosquitoes at bay.
I'm very, very cold.
Yeah, it's cold. Huh? It's great.
I'm a little bit worried about Chad having a party night with us, but he's in it for the whole hog, so that includes finding a bar and abusing it.
Over 200 miles into Chad's leg of our 4,000-mile journey, we rolled away from Alpine, Wyoming. Some of us more tired than others.
Chad's just divulged that we've forgotten his medication this morning, so his medication helps him wake up.
He has been a little bit sleepy.
So this white one's called visual. It helps prevent daytime sleepiness, or in other words, wake me up.
With the medication in his system, Chad was able to push a little harder. But it's difficult for anyone on the front to know just how much effort to put in.
So, how much do I put in out of all the energy that helps this bike?
Yeah. What do you think?
When I'm actually helping instead of just rotating my legs, I think maybe 20 or 40.
Okay.
I know it's not anywhere as much as you put in because you huff and puff a lot more than I do.
But with a little effort from both of us, we made it to Jackson for a well-deserved rest before the challenge of the Rockies. While Chad took advantage of a comfortable bed, Alonso was given no such respite.
Aquí estoy, en vez de estar haciendo burritos, aquí me tienen como huevón limpiando esta weá. ¿Ah? Ni siquiera yo ando en la bici. Y hay que limpiar en la bicicleta del rey. Y el otro tonto huevón. La weá. Y más encima, la cerveza esta la compré yo. ¿Ah? Anda a comprar. Linda la weá. ¿Ah? Más encima pierdo mujer. Manejo una camioneta 10 millas por hora sin aire acondicionado. Mujeres nunca existieron. Cerveza nunca la vi, solamente la que me compraba.
Before we got to the big hills, Chad began to realize that he'd bitten off more than he'd ever chewed before.
Why did I ever decide to do this?
Is it hurting?
Why?
Somehow, without meaning to sound like a bastard, I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, I know.
I asked him to put in as much power as he had into the pedals, and he did. And I was actually amazed how much power he'd had in reserve. It's as if he'd been holding himself back.
Right now I'm not sure if I have a cough because I have a cough or because I'm out of breath.
I think Chad's getting better. He's sort of warming up into this trip. But to start with, I don't think he was even pushing up anywhere near the ceiling of his personal strength and ability.
Lewis Lake, we arrived.
Thank you. Oh, praise you.
After a day pedaling in the shadow of Grand Teton, we arrived on the edge of Yellowstone National Park. The following morning, in the tranquility of alpine surroundings, I received more news about the man that had inspired this journey.
I heard a little bit more news from Ernie's oncologist. It seems like he's suffering more or less terminal heart failure. This was the man that was supposed to be on this journey with me. He's gone from being reasonably fit and healthy to on death's door. He'd love to have seen these places. But I don't think he ever will.
In the next episode, more committed than ever to fulfill Ernie's legacy, we pass through Yellowstone and climb the highest mountain pass of our journey.
They've had rolling hills and really bad wind.
Did I mention I hate headwinds?
Yes, you did.
Dump it in his earphones, which more or less means that he isn't happy.
Get off the bike. I don't think this is what Chad signed up for at all.